I just want to rant a little bit. So something happened just now when I wanted to buy fuel at a filling station, and I wanted to buy 10,000 naira, and I asked this guy to fill the tank, and he punched in 10,000 naira and started filling up. And I was looking back occasionally to check if it was done. And I noticed something when he got to 7,000 naira. When he got to 7,000 naira, he stopped the machine, punched in 10,000, and then removed the nozzle from my tank and put it back in the engine. And then I came out. I asked him, "What did you just do?" He got shook a little. I said, "Nothing. It's done." I said, "What do you mean it's done?" I said, "I saw the numbers get to 7,000." And so he was like, "No, that it was done." I said, "What?" I just removed my seatbelt, came out of the car. I said, "Sell the rest." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Sell the rest." I was so upset. I said, "I saw you change it from 7,000 to 10,000 naira. Sell the rest." And then he immediately put it back inside and started punched in the remaining 2,100 and something. And so when people started gathering, I said, "Why did you just do that?" He said, "No, that it was just trying mumbling all sorts." People started gathering. What happened? What happened? I said, "This guy is a thief." I said, "He just sold 7,000 instead of 10,000 and he thought I didn't see him." He said, "No, he was saying that no, that the machine had a problem, that it was actually 10,000. I said, "So why are you now selling me the remaining 2,100 and something? Why aren't you telling me that?" He said, I said, "You know what? I'm going to speak to your manager." I said, "You are spoiling the reputation of this place." I was so upset. The reason why I was upset was because it has happened to me before. I knew they didn't sell it completely, but I couldn't talk because I didn't see them. And so I felt cheated, but I couldn't say anything. First time. The second time it happened in the filling station again, I saw it, but to see it again, I was like, this is getting even more rampant. And so I was so upset. I started coming to beg. The Okada guys that came to buy two were begging me. They were still even confused as to what was going on. I told them, "If I don't buy anything here, these people are thieves. They don't buy anything here." So after 5 to 10 minutes of ranting and asking for the manager, they didn't answer me. I was like, okay. And I drove off. Still very upset. I drove off. I think the compensation that they felt was that, okay, he has sold you the remaining, so why are you still angry? That was kind of like the subconscious look they were giving me. And I was upset that, don't you people see that this is wrong? I said, this is very wrong. But I just want to rant, because if someone had advised me as a child of God, what would you do? Would you let it go and just drive off? Or would you get to the bottom of it, reaching the manager to be sure that the manager isn't in on this, or the manager isn't even aware of what's going on? So as a child of God, what would you do at this point in time? If someone asked me this question, I know what I can advise, but being in this situation, I feel like, let me hear from other fellow believers. What would you do in this situation? Or have you even been in this situation before? What did you do?
Hello, Ghost Lover. Joshua, Mike, Bamiloye have said it all. Like, okay, this thing can happen to any one of us. Understand? I don't have to explain anything again. In this kind of case, let's just go to the comment section. What can we do? Or has it happened to you before? What did you do? So that our comments sometimes can help a brother, to control our own anger issue whenever we got into this kind of situation. So let's just go to the comment section and talk to each other. What can we do, to the body of Christ, so that we won't misbehave sometime? What can we do in this kind of situation? And don't forget, give this video thumbs of like, share these videos to brother sisters over there. Let them share their own thoughts also. Don't forget, click on subscribe button for Gospel Zion TV so that you be the first person to be seeing our more updates